blessings, family, on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to Wealth underscore 555B. Um, why am I coming live on this account? Well, I have multiple accounts. I have about 5 accounts. One for real estate, one for personal training and fighting. Another one for as a backup account to my main account, which is supra conscious underscore thoughts. And that account I'm literally blocked. I can't go live because of the content that I provide. Now the reason I am coming live on this account this morning, this account is about conscious wealth building. You get what I'm saying? Attracting money, not by grinding senselessly, enslaving and giving your energy to somebody else, but rather by the person that you become. You get what I'm saying? These people that we see having the great wealth that they do have, they've acquired it, some through corrupt and deceptive means, but others have acquired it mainly through the person that they have become, the products that they have developed, and the amount of value that they have brought to the greatest number of people, right? People may think and believe and feel however they want to feel about Bill Gates and a lot of these individuals that are doing a lot of Machiavellian, deceptive and destructive and corrosive and subversive things to the society and to our spirit and whatever. They might be attempting to violate our human rights, our ability to continue to experience this reality, as a human, as a spirit having a human experience in a fucked up way. But at the end of the day, that's them. That has to deal with their own journey and whatever they're dealing with inside and whatever. So, all right, back to the point. The reason I wanted to come on was to talk about this piece of paper right here. Now, I've written a lot over it, and I'm going to read off what I read on it, because I want to break this down. The way that I break it down to some people is, a lot of us, that were, came up in the 90s and in the 2000s, used to watch a lot of cartoons. And one of the cartoons that I know a lot of people have watched is Jackie Chan. You get what I'm saying? And Jackie Chan, in his show Jackie Chan, he collects talismans, and talismans, each different talisman, there's about 12 talisman, and together they combine into a whole, 13. Now, all these talismans, they all have special abilities. You get what I'm saying? There's 13 of them. When you combine them, they unlock the 13th, which is a dragon. Right now, back to the story. Talismans have ability, and the talisman in the show actually have kind of this grayish greenish color, right? And they basically only have power when they are in the possession of a human. Now I want to let you guys know, this right here is a talisman. Okay, this is a talisman. All right, this dollar bill is riddled with magic. You get what I'm saying? Some can call it black magic, and some can call it white magic. It depends on who's using it. There's a balance. There's good and there's bad in this reality. That's the whole one of the 7 principles. One of them being polarity. Good, bad, whatever the fuck. So, as we look at this dollar bill, Nikola Tesla said, if you understand the meaning of 369, then you hold the key to the universe, right? You hold one of the keys to the universe. Now, this dollar bill has 369 intrinsically intertwined into it through symbology. Now, another great person said that, this reality, it communicates its messages to us through number, signs, and symbols. You know what I'm saying? Places, people, or places, persons, or animals, and things. You get what I'm saying? What the noun, what's a noun? A noun is a person, place, or a thing, or a person / animal, living being, a place, where you are spiritually, mentally, or physically, and a person, place, and a thing, whatever the fuck is relating the message, right? This message being related by this thing right here. Okay, now when we look at the front of this bill, you will find, if you look into it, you will find 3 owls. Now, in Greek mythology, the owl sits on the left shoulder, I think left or right shoulder of the queen of the goddess Isis. And the owl is supposed to represent wisdom. Okay, now those that practice black magic, they grab everything and they just pollute it. You know what I'm saying? That's what humans do when we don't understand. When we want to take the easy way out, we think that throwing a hex on somebody, or hitting them with something that they don't understand, is the quickest and easiest way. Wishing and doing these little rituals and stuff, is the quickest way. But no, man. Sometimes that just ends up creating a whole bunch of unnecessary heartache that isn't needed. Now, going back to the dollar bill, there are 3 owls on this dollar bill. If you look at it, okay, I'm gonna point them to you. So we got one right here. Now you can say that this is an owl, or you can say that it is a spider, because if we look around the dollar bill, it is riddled with spider web. We have the second owl right there, right? And then we have the third owl hidden, very, very hidden, but it is still in plain sight, and it is right there. You know what I'm saying? It's peeking just out of the top dollar. Now, Alex Jones, about 10, 15 years ago, he infiltrated an elitist gathering of probably what is considered the Council of 500, which is a council of the most elite of the rich and powerful families and corporate leaders and CEOs and presidents of different countries, or diplomats, or etc. Whoever is supposed to be infiltrating this higher orders of government that are supposed to be relaying, the information down, like a pyramid. We got the king at the top, the all-seeing eye, and then the king, the all-seeing eye, has its generals, the throat, which talk like everything. You get what I'm saying? Now, Alex Jones infiltrated this order, which was having a gathering, and which they usually have a gathering at this place called the Bohemian Grove, somewhere in the areas of San Francisco, California. You get what I'm saying? In those big ass woods up there. Now, these people were worshiping an owl effigy that was supposed to represent not so much the owl of wisdom, but more the demon Moloch, whom the Phoenicians used to sacrifice children to. All right, so Moloch is known as the demon god of child sacrifice. Now, we look around the world, and we look at FBI statistics and, government statistics that show that anywhere between 450,000 to 800,000 children go missing in just the United States alone. That's fucking crazy. You get what I'm saying? 400 to 800,000, almost 1 million children going missing every year in the United States. That's crazy. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that any of this shit is happening. I'm just saying, look at what is before our eyes, what is hidden in plain sight. You get what I'm saying? Now, I wrote it down, the Phoenician god of sacrifice, Moloch. Now, before I go to the back, let me explain it. So, like I said, there is 3, right? 369. If you know the meaning of 369, then you hold one of the keys, right? So we have 3 owls in the front, right? Why? Because number, signs, and symbols rule this reality, okay? Now, let's flip to the back. Let's go to 6, right? Now, when we look at the back, we look at the emblem right here, which when you circle, when you create an upside down pyramid, as above, so below, as within, so without, each corner of both pyramids, both the top and the bottom, point to 5 letters, them being, the first one being M A S O N. which spells out Mason. Now, we go into Masonry, right? A lot of people like, oh my God, conspiracy theory. First of all, a conspiracy is just something that is being done without your knowledge of it. Not for your benefit, but for the other people that are, doing shit behind your back. And a theory, is a hypothesis, i.e., an educated guess based on information that you have acquired. You get what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's nothing crazy, but words can be used to manipulate people if you don't understand the language art or the art of language. You get what I'm saying? Spells. You teach you how to spell. And we broadcast, just like I'm broadcasting my understanding of what is going on today, through this piece of refined rock that we called a telephone. All right. So, back to it. All right. So, okay, back to Masons. You look at the first known president of the United States, George Washington. Just so you know, there were 8 presidents before George Washington. Go check them out. You'll be surprised. But our first president and many more were all Masons. Freemasons. Now, just because a person is a Freemason doesn't mean that they're evil. Freemasonry was not started with the premises of it being turned into an order to really deceive and control society. It was more an order of individuals that, they wanted to get together and they wanted to be able to share and build upon each other's already newfound success as Masons, as builders of temples. The pyramids were built by Masons. That's one of the theories. They were built by Masons. Others say they were built by aliens. Others believe, that they were built from within, like from the top down instead of from the bottom up. Now, okay, so we have, like I said, we got 6, okay? We got 6. Anuip Coeptis, basically saying that God is giving permission for this Novus Ordo Seclorum, this new order of secular, of the ages, of this new secular age that they are creating, okay? And so now we're gonna go to the American seal, and I am going to break down, how this is affecting all 4 corners. Also, understand that the dollar bill is the only currency, aside from maybe the euro as well, that can be used anywhere in the world. Anywhere you can buy with a dollar. Anywhere they will take it. Okay. So back to it. So we go to the seal of the United States. Now, when we look at the seal of the United States, you will find 4 13s. Okay. Now, when we look at this again, there are 12 blocks, and then the 13 is the all-seeing eye. Okay. 13 is not bad luck, people. It is the number of karma. It is the number of action. 12 disciples, Jesus made the 13th. There are 12 astrological signs, and so on and so forth. I think like the sun or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but there's a 13th. We just don't see it, or maybe we're it. I don't fucking know. But back to it. So when we look at the back of the seal of the United States, you'll find 13 leaves. You will find 13 arrows. You will find 13 stripes to represent the 13 colonies. And you will also find the 13 stars that are supposed to supposedly represent the 13 colonies. But in reality, number, signs, and symbols rule this reality. And in reality, they're supposed to represent karma, action. They are taking action. The individuals that are that have planned for this new world order, this one world government, this one currency, this one whatever, they have been planning for this. Now, 300-400 years ago, when these plans were put on paper and began to be shared through the hidden orders, the hidden societies, the occult societies, they understood that they would not be able to complete or fulfill their plan in one lifetime. So they made sure to 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 involve families and other people worldwide, and to also to continue certain ritualistic and demonic practices with their own family, with their own siblings. So they would basically pick either nephews, nieces, sons, and daughters to sacrifice their own spiritual development, their own consciousness, their own life, so that these children would be literally live their life, so that they would end up becoming and being what the orders needed them to be. We look at the Bushes. The Bushes being one of the most recent families, going back to like the 60s and 70s, that was added to this order. But those families descend way further back, to the kings of Europe. And that's been proven, that all presidents of the United States, all of them except for one, Van Buren, were all related to royal bloodlines. Even Donald Trump and has royal blood, and he is a cousin of Clinton's. The Clintons have royal bloods. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are fucking cousins, right? And they're fucking each other. And this is something that the kings and queens of Egypt used to practice, and it's in history. It's there. Not making it up. You can go look at the data. You can go look at whatever fucking research article that are out there that prove this. Okay. Going back to the boom. And so, like I said, we have 13 in 4 different locations, pointing to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. You get what I'm saying? So they're hitting all corners of the world, of the earth, with this little dollar bill. And at the bottom, we have a 9 tails. 9 tails, reminds me of a Naruto. But yo, and now we're going to go back to the front, and I'm going to explain Moloch. Okay, Moloch, and as it relates to, now we're going to even put in, the whole BLM. Balak or Balal, another demon that, if you were to read the Keys of Solomon, or Solomon's a lot of Solomon's writing. Who was Solomon? Solomon was the richest man that ever lived, the king of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? You will find the names of all these demons: Balal, Moloch, and the last one being Lucifer, BLM. Is it BLM? Balal, Lucifer, and Moloch. Moloch being the most apparent one today, that a lot of these societies worship and pay homage through the sacrifices of not just children, but also the blood that is spilled in war, from the youth of all countries worldwide. And this one hits me personally, because I myself signed up into the military, not so much to kill, but more so to gain the necessary discipline that I knew I was lacking. You get what I'm saying? I loved and hated all 5 years of it, and I made a lot more brothers, and not one enemy came out of my time in the Marine Corps. So everybody, well, maybe 2 or 3 people that I didn't end up liking, but I can socialize with those people right now, and and I can accept the errors of my way. Now we're just gonna talk, man. These demons are worshipped by the elites. We need to understand that, as I've written here, money is not real. Stop trading your life force for it. You know what I'm saying? Mankind attracts riches by the person he or she becomes. You get what I'm saying? The value we provide makes us rich. We don't have to be slaving for these pieces of paper. All we need to do is become the greatest version of ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Seek knowledge and wisdom and understanding, that you may become all that you have been born to become, that you may be the blessing and the miracle to all of those that are praying and asking for miracles and blessings. You get what I'm saying? Because that's all we're born to do. We are consciousness having a human experience, not a dog experience, not an experience that's a hummingbird or a mosquito or a cockroach. We're having a human experience. And no individual, no corporation, no artificial person or organic person has any right to tell you how to live your life. You know, the most that we can do is give you advice, share our educated or uneducated or miseducated opinion about things. But we are not here to force you to do anything with your life. That is not our right. That is not our duty. That is not part of what we came here to do. And doing such a thing is wrong. Is wrong. It is immoral. It is unethical. It is unrighteous. It is selfish. It is not selfless. It is not loving. It is not a something that is conducive to a prosperous and harmonious reality for all of us to live. You get what I'm saying? So stop slaving over these things, all right? Understand, as it is written, the truth is hidden in plain sight. These are your this is your temple. You know, this is the temple of consciousness. These bodies, these physical bodies, you know, these molds of clay into which life has breathed the breath of life into, the breath of consciousness, the breath of awareness and intuitive doing and acting and being. You are pure being. The past, the future, and the present is in the now. How you live now, how you choose to live today will determine, you know, what kind of reality you develop for yourself, for your family, and for your society. You get what I'm saying? As Keller Williams likes to has it, God, family, business. You get what I'm saying? Or as I like to sometimes put it, body, mind, spirit, family, finances. You get what I'm saying? Work on these things. Work on yourself. Eat right. Think right. Do right. Listen to right things. And you will begin to attract the right things that you want out of life. Be appreciative. Have gratitude in your heart. Gratitude is the greatest molder and determiner of attitude. If you have a good attitude about life, life will always be good for you. Obstacles, rather than being obstacles, will reveal themselves to be but opportunities in disguise. If you are ready, you will not waste any time, be it with family, with yourself, with love, with business, with your community, with everything. Other than that, you have a blessed day. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube channel, Super Conscious Sosa. Y'all can go check it out. And I love y'all. 1.